So in case you couldn't guess it, I'm going to be doing a Maria Brink, the front woman / lead singer from In This Moment. A combination of it's a Hellstorm Paramore and a little bit of Evanescence with a lot of screamo vocals. And so I fell in love with them. My three maybe four most favourite songs is of course The Fighter, like obviously. Sick Like Me and Adrenalize. I mean obviously I love all of her songs, but those are my most favourite ones. So much like how my favourite Amy Lee, of course, Maria Brink comes in second in the rock genre, so female rock genre. I thought I'd do recreate one of her looks from The Fighter because they make it look very grungy, it's like a reverse Harley Quinn with like a lot of Lady Gaga and the tiniest touch of grunge. That's what I was looking for. Grunge in this. Basically, the makeup is just ideally meant to look like she's crying, obviously, you know, because being a fighter and all is an emotional thing. As for the lips, like, you know, the paint marks or whatever, I have no idea. Can't imagine that she's singing about biting somebody. So with the neck thing, I can only presume that's some sort of like, okay, feathery necklace type of thing. It's definitely not a tattoo. She doesn't have a tattoo around her neck. Yeah, so I do hope you guys enjoyed this look and, you know, see how I go from start to finish from this, you know, whichever side of the screen it appears on. And of course finish up to this. There's obviously the option of a messy bun, and we'll just, she also has very curly hair, like loose waves, but I decided to leave mine straight. You know, the less heat I can touch it, the better. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all for my future videos. Ciao! So yes, I forgot to paint my hands, take a reference picture and everything, and I still forgot to paint my hands. It don't matter, it doesn't matter. Starting off with some moisturiser, Johnson's Daily Face Cream. I'm obviously putting this over my face. Now taking a Tarte for us to see either fair neutral or light neutral, I can't remember, but taking that on my face using my XO Beauty face brush to blend it in, of course. Now just adding some more foundation where I think I need it and blending that in as well. Now taking my BYS palette and the two first top row shades, I'm using them to conceal under my eyes, forehead, chin, cheeks, parts of my jawline. Concealing a zit that is still showing through, then blending it all in with the larger end of the paddle brush. Now I'm taking my Laura Mercier powder and I'm using my angled bronzer brush to of course it under my eyes, and then using my powder brush to set the rest of my face in place. Now taking this brow pomade from Shishi, and I'm going, as you can see, I already got like brown. I was just testing it with some brown shadow, but then I went in with this brow pomade and just started filling my brows in again. Well, not really filling my brows in, but completely recreating my brows all over again to sort of match up to Maria. She basically has some very sharpy eyebrows, very natural, and she has ash brown eyebrows, you know, natural blonde and all. So I was basically copying her brows as much as I could. They're very thin, but they do have a very slight arch. And just to make sure that the pomade doesn't start slipping and sliding everywhere, I did set it over with some brown shadow. Now taking this very light brown shadow, I'm not too sure the name anymore because I haven't used it in a long time, but I am basically using it to contour my nose. I'm pretty sure it might have been Walk of Shame that I picked up. Either way, I'm taking my angled shadow brush and just contouring my nose to slightly match up to Maria's, which we have pretty similar noses, so I don't have to contour too much. So now getting started on priming my eyes, I'm taking my Real Stance brush, specifically it's a Deluxe Crease brush, and my MAC Paint Pot Soft Ochre, and then I'm taking both Venus and Foxy. I definitely haven't forgot those shades just to set the primer in place. Then I'm taking Walk of Shame again. I'm using this as a transition tone into my crease. Then I'm taking Faint and placing in the exact same spot. Then I'm taking the Nikki Tutorials Precision Pen Liner, of course lining my eyes obviously, and then I'm doing a little tiny wing, well, not really tiny but relatively dramatic, and then I'm just drawing it up all the way over to both ends of my eyes, same with the other side. Then I'm drawing it up at the bottom, just lining my eyes to begin with just regularly. And then I'm going to go in very heavy and messy under the eyes, just really grunge and panda eyes it out. And then I'm taking some of Craven, really smoking it out, really giving it that extra grungy kick to it. Okay, so now diving into both Justify My Love and I Will Always Love You blush tones from the Nikki Tutorials Too Faced palette. Maria always overdoes the blush, but somehow she managed to pull it off, so I too am going to overdo the blush. Taking some Mary Jo K lip liner, I'm only going to be filling my lips in with this. Then I'm just sort of distressing the lipstick a bit with my finger. Then I'm taking some Unicorn Blood by Jeffree Star and just adding 2 little lines, or at this moment just dots, but then dragging it down to 2 lines. I presume they're meant to like signify for vampire bites with the blood and the mouth, and then in between that I am taking some of my NYX Jumbo in Milk and using my lip definer brush just to add the white line between it. And then I didn't actually like how the left side of the lip red line was looking, so I did wop it up, but then I put it back on again obviously, and then just sort of straightening it with some concealer because there are very straight lines. Then I'm just on my lip definer brush again, putting on some eyeliner, just my Nikki Tutorials one I use, and then dunking it into water and then dragging, like I was aiming to get like little water drips, but it just wasn't running enough, so I had to draw it down on my face anyway, but then just tap it out with my finger just so I can make it look like I had been crying or something like that. So as for hairstyle option 1, flipping my hair upside down and then bringing it all up into a very high pony, I do fit it into a very tight but very messy bun. Then I'm just moulding it around and fitting to how I like it, and then pulling some pieces out, even though Maria's hair was a bit short around the ears, but mine's obviously longer, so that's that. So that's hairstyle 1. And there was one thing I was missing after all, was the neck brace tattoo paint thing. I don't know what you call this, but it was a design that was on her neck, so it's like along the neck, down the shoulders. It has a little feathery appeal to it around the front of the neck, so I'm just basically remocking that all over again. Again, I honestly don't know what this is, but so I suppose it's meant to be some sort of collar thing. More or less, as far as her second look goes, I just flip my hair off to the side, like every bit of it, and let some pieces fall forward, but other than that, it's a second look. So like I said, the file is very difficult to paint my hair, so one other thing was missing, of course, putting in some blue contacts because Maria has very striking blue eyes, so yeah. Besides that, I do really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all for my future videos. Ciao everyone!